As we see, the most important factor of any organization is the supply chain management. That's the department where every top management person looks after. That should be very streamlined. How should we streamline the entire supply chain department in terms of saving out the cost as well as maintaining the quality of
the standing conflict, quality and cost. Each one has one's own take over it. Each one is entitled to one's own opinion. You mentioned supply chain department. Yeah. Again, I say the same thing. Supply chain includes, if we, in the context of a manufacturing company, let's say, because it becomes simpler to understand with a manufacturing setup. There is pre-manufacturing, manufacturing and post-manufacturing. This entire thing put together is supply chain. The initial point of our supply chain. We talk about natural resources or explorations or agriculture or such things where we take from the nature, right? So there we want more predictability, better options, reducing our risks of getting the material in the first place and such things. Then getting it locally, that kind of story happens there. As far as the distribution side or the other side comes in, the cost of serving a customer comes into picture. But the most important point in this today's age of service industries growing and product industries or manufacturing companies also integrating service part is the customer touchpoint autonomy.
Right.
We make phone calls to customer care centers and they tell us that sir ये हमारे system में नहीं है. तो system में नहीं है तो क्या करोगे? How will you solve my problem? I'm concerned firstly with my problem, so solve it. And they do something about it. Now, how far they have been given an autonomy to solve my problem? That is the most crucial element of supply chain. I am not sure how many people will put this as the most crucial factor in the supply chain, but this has become as we go along.
As we see in the industry, most of the SMEs that we have don't have entirely separate process management department or process improvement department. What is your take on it, that who should be the responsible person to improve the process?
Each one of us is a process thinker and we have to rely on that. Why do we need a separate maintenance department? Why can't each one maintain one's own work center? Don't we clean our houses ourselves? Right. Don't we put an onus on them and thus attract engagement from their side towards the company by doing that? Why do we require a separate department for each thing? Do we put up a thought? We discussed Suyojan Mandal and we also realized that each one is equally responsible for the company's growth. And if that idea is put in to our people in any organization, that should work better. So process improvement department and all is an idea which we don't actually subscribe to. We say that each one should be conscious to one's own process. And that process should be taken as a part of the organization's entire process.